And new this morning, a man taken to the hospital after crashing his motorcycle on the Pike in Ludlow during last night's evening commute. Mass State Police responding to that crash on the Pike westbound at mile marker 57.8. Troopers confirming that no other vehicles were involved in the accident and that a 75-year-old man from Michigan may have lost control on his motorcycle and struck a guardrail. He was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. There was heavy traffic in the area as the Mass State Police crash reconstruction team was on that scene, continuing to investigate.